Siberius, and we about to get serious. It's the real Siberius, making fanboys furious.
Hello, YouTube, and welcome to The Real Siberius. On this episode, I want to talk about they changed the language to change the narrative. This shit is crazy. They use language to manipulate information. They aren't lying, but they are revising the truth to tell a different story. I was looking at CBS's power rankings, which you can see here. This is something I don't generally pay any attention to because it's biased and always wrong. The Lakers are currently ranked 5 over the Pistons, which I thought was interesting. But one of the things that caught my attention is in the synopsis of the ranking, it says Luka, Reeves, and LeBron combined to score 99 points in their win over the Bulls. Luka and Reeves combined to score 81. LeBron scored 18. Ayton scored 23. Why did they even mention LeBron? LeBron also had 4 turnovers, which is as many as Luka and Reeves combined. Why did they not mention that? Also, the Bulls are a 12 seed. They suck. And they're my team, but let's be honest, they're garbage. Just like in Bam's 83-point game, context and opponent matters. If you only read the headline, Luka, Reeves, and LeBron combined to score 99 points in their win over the Bulls, that paints a very different picture. If you don't look into the actual numbers, it looks impressive. More impressive than it actually is. If you look at the stat line, it changes the story. Especially when you look at those numbers in context. When you include LeBron and leave out Ayton, even though he scored more points and had 0 turnovers, you're changing the reality of what happened. You were inflating one player and ignoring another. If the line read Luka, Reeves, and Ayton combined to score 104, you're being more authentic and not inflating a player that doesn't deserve it. Also, with Luka, Reeves, and Ayton, there are only 4 turnovers between the three. If you swap out Ayton and add LeBron, there's now 8 turnovers. Again, the language changes the narrative. Cherry-picking numbers creates the narrative. The narrative creates the lie. The media pandering to the LeBron is great narrative takes away from the game, his team, and his teammates. They are revising history, and because no one pays attention to the details or questions the headline or looks into the context, it becomes a reality. A sick, twisted one, but a reality nonetheless. Complacency is guilt. If I were to sit idly by and not protest, counter, or refute the lies in the narratives, then I'm just as guilty as those creating and spreading them. I can't do that. I can't just sit on the sideline as they systematically destroy the game I love, as they tout one player and diminish another. I just simply can't do that. It wouldn't be fair to anyone. It wouldn't be fair to the game. It wouldn't be fair to the players. It wouldn't be fair to my subscribers. But this is sick. I guarantee, because the Lakers moved up 6 spots. They were ranked 11th, and I'm not exactly sure when, but when this was posted, which I believe was today, they moved up 6 spots to number 5. Again, over the Pistons. And while the Pistons are on a losing streak, I still think that they're a better team than the Lakers are. In the end, who gives a shit, because I'm not invested in either. But if LeBron wasn't on the Lakers, I guarantee they're not ranking them 5th. But when you look at the reality of what he's doing, how the fuck are they ranked 5th? Maybe rank them 5th when he's sitting on the bench, but not when he's on the court. I mean, this was against the terrible Bulls, and he only scored 18 and had 4 turnovers. How do you continue to prop up somebody who's garbage? If Bam Adebayo can score 83, and let's be honest, he's ass, but they still helped him get it, and they constantly help LeBron. Why isn't he scoring 83? Why isn't he scoring 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70? He scored 18. When he had his pathetic manufactured 10-point streak, he was having to stay in games till late into the fourth quarter to get that 10. The mental gymnastics that you have to do to make him look good has just got to be exhausting. I just don't understand it. We live in a unique time. Sports used to be filled with greats that inspired us. Now they're filled with manufactured greats that, quite frankly, disgust most of us. How am I supposed to be inspired? How am I supposed to rally behind this? I remember at difficult points in my life, sports helped me carry on. It helped me push through difficult times. That's just gone. If I were looking for a team or a player, let's even forget teams. If I were looking for a player to inspire me in some way, to instill in with me a confidence or an ability to overcome, I'm going to die before I find one. I'm going to give up and lose hope before I find one, because they don't exist anymore. Makes me sad. It also makes me sad that they just have to manipulate information to create a narrative that doesn't exist. Something has to change. I said in one of my life videos that self-improvement requires self-destruction. I think that's what's required in this case. I don't think you can change the NBA to become something better. I think the only option is to burn it the fuck down and start over. People like to say it'll get better when LeBron leaves. I don't think it will. He's not the only problem. He's the figurehead of the problem, but he's not the only problem. The commissioner, also a huge part of the problem, but not the only problem. Adebayo proved to be a part of the problem when he said that his 83-point game is one of the top 3 historical moments in the NBA. It absolutely fucking wasn't. And the fact that you would even claim that shows you have no integrity, no humility, and no self-awareness of what that 83-point game was, which was a fucking gift. It was gifted to you. They handed it to you on a silver platter. Your teammates were disgusting. The Wizards were disgusting. The officiating was disgusting. The commentators, disgusting. The crowd, disgusting. There was nothing heroic or noteworthy in that embarrassing spectacle. The same with the headline. Luka Reeves and LeBron combined to score 99 points, while Luka and Reeves scored 81 of those points. The context changes the impression people get from that headline, and that's important. But they leave it out because they know nobody's going to look into it. Nobody cares. People just read headlines now and make their own assumptions. I don't know how to change it. but I'll at least be here giving my opinion, my insights, my thoughts, my perspectives, and hopefully someday it'll change. Anyway, that's the end of the video. If you made it to the end, I certainly appreciate it. As always, I do want to give a shout out to the content creators that continue to inspire me to do this. Uncommon Sense, Angry Old Hoops, Self-Researched NBA Facts, 93Zay, Sports and Fitness Rants, Uncut Hoops, Beam Engine, In Your Face Hoops, Eddie TV, King Speech Row, Goatcast Hoops, DZ Shooting. I always appreciate your guys' takes, your perspectives, and your humor. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.